Good morning, everyone. My name is Bowen, also known as the Rooted Dietitian. I am getting ready for a day out shopping and getting nutrient-dense food for our family. So I am going to meet you back here after I get the food and show you what we got. Did a pickup with Azure Standard. So if you're not familiar with Azure Standard, it's a bulk health food company from Oregon, and they transport their goods all over the country. You find a drop location near you and you can go and pick up your food from that drop location. So let me show you what I got from Azure. I also stopped at Aldi and a local farm to grab a few things. So this is 10 pounds of beef knuckle bones, which I am going to actually break them up a little bit and vacuum seal them individually and put them in the freezer. This will be added to my beef bone broth that I make often during the winter. I have a really hard time finding knuckle bones near me, and this actually looks like a mix of knuckle and marrow. So it's a pretty good mix, but I was really looking for knuckle bones. So I'll know more once I open it. But I do a mix of bones in my bone broth. So I do some of this, some of the meaty bones, and some marrow bones to get a really good variety of bones. And it tends to make a really good beef broth. This is 5 pounds of raw milk cheddar, aged cheese. So this lasts us a couple of months. I don't order this every month for my family, but I love getting it from Azure. They have a really good price on it, and it's hard for me to find this much where I'm at, and I just end up having to go to too many different places to get all the things I need. So that's another thing I really like about Azure, is that I can get so many things I like in one place. I do have to pay shipping, but you know, that's part of it. I think the benefits outweigh that for me personally. That's it for the cold stuff this time. I got these, I think they're strained tomatoes. Yes, strained in glass tomatoes. These were on sale, and that is why I picked these up. It's 24 ounces per jar, which is quite a bit. I have never used these, so I don't know how they are, but I love that they're in glass. They, like I said, they were on sale. So this should come in handy as I make stew and soup and all that meatloaf, all that good cold weather food. We'll use up a lot. This is a pound of Bittersweet chocolate chips. I was drawn to these because they don't have any soy in them, and I was really excited about that. So this will come in handy for baking during, holiday season, and just in general. I mean, chocolate's good any time of year. This is some spelt flour. It's ultra fine. It's only 27 ounces. I think it was on sale. I've never bought this before either. I just was like, I'm gonna try it. So I'm gonna mix it in as I make my sourdough bread and see how it does with that. This is some whole wheat pastry flour. This is also something I rarely buy. But again, baking season, I have a sourdough starter, hoping I can maybe play around with it with this in the upcoming months. This is a 5-gallon bucket with a Gamma seal lid. So Gamma seal lids actually seal, they're airtight to the bucket. They can keep pests out, so they are really good for food storage. So I already have one with a Gamma seal, but I needed another. The other thing I like about the Gamma seals is they're just easy to get in and out of. You can actually put your food in here and put the right amount of oxygen absorbers, seal it up, and it'll last many years preserved that way. If I'm wrong, correct me, but I believe you can do that. I don't use, again, I use Mylar bags for that, but I do like this for my working pantry. This is 25 pounds of einkorn grain, which we have been using for our sourdough bread. My son is obsessed with sourdough rolls right now. So I bought 25 pounds of it. I had bought 5 pounds a few months ago. We like the way it tastes in the bread, so I decided to get the big bag this time. This will go into that Gamma Seal bucket, and it'll be easy for me to use, and we'll see how long it takes us to go through this. I like this better. I used spelt the last time I made sourdough, and I like this better. It has a different flavor. I use my Vitamix to grind it up and make my own flour, so that's why I buy the grain whole, because whole grain will store a little bit longer if you're not sealing it up in the bags, and then more of the nutrients stay intact before you make the flour. So that's why I go for the whole grain that way. Okay, so now I will show you what I picked up at Aldi, and that is getting my counter a little bit messy. That's okay. What I picked up at Aldi and the local farm. So at the local farm, I just grabbed a couple of butters. These are really good. And then I just grabbed 2 pasture-raised chickens. So that will be nice to have. So Aldi was having a sale on their grass-fed beef, which they do not have very often. And when they do, it's a really good sale. So you have to buy the family pack. So it's like 4 something a pound for $4.79, something like that, for this grass-fed beef, 100% grass-fed beef. But you have to buy the family pack. And this is about $17 and some change. But it still comes out to be a really good price. So I really don't think I can find grass-fed beef for cheaper, so I popped in and grabbed 2 of those. They also had the grass-fed beef chuck roast on sale for $7.99 a pound. Not the best price I've ever seen for grass-fed chuck roast, but it was a convenience of being in the store, and it was on a good, a decent sale, so I grabbed 1. But I do have a trick for getting roasts at a better price, which I can share later. Hickory smoked uncured bacon. This is the Coleman natural food brand, which is pretty good. I used to get it at Natural Grocers. I don't think it's crate free, so I don't think it's pastured pork, but it's still of pretty good quality. I also picked up 3 of these Asiago shredded cheeses. These make this is delicious cheese. It makes a really good breakfast casserole, and we use it for that. I got 3 of those, and I got 2 of these Siggy's yogurts. So that was a good price too, so I grabbed a couple of those. Other than that, I just grabbed some bananas, a cabbage, a spaghetti squash, some green onions, and then I grabbed the coconut cashew crisps. These are really good if you've never had them. And then I also grabbed some freeze-dried mango, which my toddler loves this as a snack. So that is it for my hauls today. So bringing in nutrient-dense food can be intimidating at first, but it just takes practice to know where to go to source it, what places have the best prices, and just a little bit of practice and time, you'll have it down in no time at all. Now I have to process some of these things to make them better for storage, since they are such large quantities. I usually break the cheese up into about 5 different sections, and I vacuum seal and put it in the fridge. I have tried doing the cheese in the freezer, and it changes the texture, and we don't like the way that it tastes. It doesn't shred as well. So this is my first time trying it in the fridge, and I think it's gonna do fine. Cheese lasts a pretty good while, so we will see. I also vacuum seal these bones individually because I use a mixture of bones in my bone broth, and I don't want just all knuckle and marrow bones. I want a good mix, so that is why I break them up. I didn't mention earlier the reason we choose einkorn and actually what einkorn is. Einkorn is an ancient form of wheat. It is the oldest type of wheat. It is higher in protein. It is more nutrient dense than some of the more common forms of wheat. So we prefer to go with einkorn as much as we can. It is also typically more digestible. Feels like every time I bring home a large amount of food, I'm having to completely rearrange our small pantry to work again. It's been a little frustrating for me. I know it's bigger than what some people have. It just seems small to me. I am such a foodie and I love food and cooking. I dream of a larger pantry, but hopefully someday soon I'll be able to make this one a little more functional. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something or you walk away inspired. I am a registered dietitian, wife, and mom. I love sharing nutrition with people and helping them achieve a healthier life. It is my passion to simplify cooking nutrient-dense foods for your family, so I hope you will stick around, like and subscribe. Thank you so much.